guys. Hello, how are you? Gonna pick a spot and chit chat for a moment. Yeah, I'll go right here. Hello, hello. Time to give an update to what's going on. First, the light's a little off. That's okay. First, I've been doing a lot of studying, a lot of researching, a lot of investing. This is an opportunity, and by next week, I should have everything set up properly where everything I have is protected. Then I'm going to share the investments that I chose to do for my future once it's all set up. Absorbing a lot, opportunity after opportunity, that's for sure. And the 20th century world is long gone. It'll never be the same. There's going to be more of a gap between the average folk and the wealthy unless you jump in and get in the know. Don't worry about missing anything. Don't worry about competing with the Joneses. Study, learn, figure out how you can change your financial position in a way that you only dreamt about. So I didn't forget. I've been listening to videos, studying, researching, taking action, opening up accounts. And that takes a lot of time, but I'm hoping by mid next week, I can unfold that out to the community because this is all about an opportunity. And even the gig apps that we use are jumping in on it because if they don't, they won't have a business to run because they won't be compatible with the 21st century way of doing things. So I didn't forget. I really wanted to say that. It's just it's a lot more work than I planned, but I love it. So that's cool. Hello. Hey, Tracy, what's going on? You're not working today? I did 2 deliveries. I'm doing a lot, but I wanted to squeeze in a couple. I said no to like 7 between Grubhub and Uber because it was so low. With expected tip, $3.50. Go 3 towns away, really bad. But I did accept 2. I got one that was just under 15 and it was local, same town, pickup, drop off. And I did drive to Garden City, but I knew the location, no traffic. It was a beautiful day. So I took a nice cruise with expected tip, $10 with Uber. So I'm waiting. And she even said, I'll put the tip on the app. Like, she was really cool. So they're upgrading parts of Nassau Community College, that buildings that have been closed for years, they're working on them. Okay, I'll talk about iView in a moment. I'm not happy with them. But I'm not happy with a lot of the gig app jobs, and that's why I'm sharing it with the community. Nope, not today. I'll do a few later. I'm going to go out later because I have to, so I might as well suck it up and do like 3 later. Getting a lot done. I took notes so I don't babble and waste time because it is very interesting information for all of us gig app workers, and things are changing really fast. Here we go. I accepted a Grubhub order that paid almost $15 in my town, same town pickup and drop off. And when I was in the store, maybe I waited 5 minutes. It was a large order. It was a few sandwiches, 3 large iced teas, a couple of bagels, big cookie. And when I was like, okay, don't worry. I know it's a large order. Thank you very much. I only waited 5 minutes. A few people were walking in. Now this woman walks in and the guy, they have a lot of, hi, pretty, walking her grandchild. Very cute. Pretty baby. Oh my gosh. They have all their tablets lined up. They have a skeleton crew and they weren't busy at the time. Usually when I walk in there, It was a very lull moment considering the time, but it is Tuesday. And the apps are on fire and they're trying to keep up. There are three guys, skeleton crew, producing, quality sandwiches. This, grilled, fried chicken cutlet with the bacon and the cheese and this and that. I mean, they were hearty sandwiches. They weren't just quick tuna on a roll, you know? And they served a couple while they're taking orders. The guy's trying to keep up, 3 tablets. And this woman comes in and he goes, okay, what are you here for? Because now the other kid joined in and he was putting it all in a bag for him. Like he took over, like, this is hers, wrap it up, thank you. And he said hello to the person walking in. And she said the name. And he goes, oh, was that an Uber Eats order? Or whatever he said. It was one of the gig apps, he said. And she said, no, it's a Google order. So I was standing there and I let them finish speaking. I said, did you place that order on Google search engine? She said, yes, I'm here to pick up my own order. And then she said, I'm not being rude. She was really nice. She goes, how long is it going to be? Because she was going to work with them. I'll come back. Now they have Google orders coming in. I thought I saw a different tablet instead of the like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber. I'm used to those 3 tablets. They fixed up that corner because now they're taking more orders and customers are ordering on the go and going, yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. They do it on the search engine. They don't even call anymore. She ordered it through Google search. She was picking up her own food and she was willing to come back. She had a couple of little babies with a little kid. She was like, I have to bring the kids. She'll come back. So she obviously ordered a handful of items. The new technology, the fast changing technology of this gig apps and search engines coming into play, that's going to happen on Bing too. Hello, Rideshare Lisa, what's going on? But then they need the manpower to produce, to prepare all the orders. So new jobs are being created, more jobs, maybe not new, more jobs are being created, but new jobs are being created in like food stores too. Let me get to that. Okay, I talked about Google. And the woman was really nice. She was like, yeah, I ordered it on the search engine, Google search. She came and picked up her own order. So they need more manpower. You can't bang out that many orders with a skeleton crew. They can't say, oh, guaranteed a half an hour, because that's not the case. It's just not. You need double the manpower. DoorDash. I went and voted with my mother yesterday. And then when she dropped me off at my home, I live in a co-op building. This really nice guy was taking out ShopRite bags and putting it on the stoop of the building. I was waving to my mom and I turn around, I go, do you work for the store? And he goes, no, this is a DoorDash order. Really? I took a picture of it. Next time I go through my pictures, I'm going to do a screenshot recording. It just takes a lot of time. I go, my name's Michelle. I take my phone. I said, I do Uber, Grubhub, I sometimes Postmates, and I use Stride. Do you use Stride? And he said, yes. I wanted him to know I'm legit. He was like, really? You do Uber? I said, Uber Eats, Grubhub. Can I ask how much they're paying you for that order? It's 5 bags. He said, $8. $8. I said, did you shop? He goes, no, I only picked up and delivered. They probably have in-store shoppers. And maybe obviously they're using the apps as to pick up and drop off. And they have in-store shoppers. So that creates more jobs because now you need a lot of people shopping in your stores and use the apps just to pick up and deliver. So he was really nice. And then I chit-chatted with him a little bit, and the guy came out and he gave him $5 cash tip. And I held the door for the man because I knew his face. So he had a mask on, but I knew who it was. I said, I'll get the door for you. And he was rolling up the food. And the man that was doing the DoorDash delivery, the $8, I'm going to read that in a moment, said the ShopRite that he went to, I said, is that the Uniondale ShopRite? He goes, they don't have shopping jobs there anymore. Like, you don't go in to shop. I was like, oh, so he must do it all the time. I said, well, I never did that. Thank you for telling me. I was really curious. I don't usually go around asking people what they earn because it's rude. People always did it to me. But I don't come out and ask people what they earn, what their paycheck is. But because I showed him I'm a gig worker, I was really curious. I said, I'm curious because I'm looking into it. $8. And Uniondale's not that close. Like, it's close, but still for $8, it should have been a minimum of 12. That's really pennies when you think about it. And they're bringing these multi-trillion-dollar companies a ton of business. Not much, still early. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I did 2. I'm hoping to get like 3 orders later that are fair price, and only because I have to go out. That's the only reason why I'm going to go out, lady. I still wouldn't deliver for $8. See, then you're upstate, rideshare, Lisa. Now, this is much closer, but however, it's not that close. It should pay a minimum of $12 just to drive it from ShopRite to my location, the location where he delivered to. So he was really cool. I said, it's a real pleasure to meet you. And he was like, wow, you do that? I said, yes, I do. Just like Instacart, they have in-store shoppers. Got it. And they have people who just pick up. Wow, Instacart, you could do either. You could be a delivery person or do both or just be a shopper, right? There's 3 choices. You could deliver, you could do the shopping and deliver, or you could just be a shopper. Now that I would think would be a W-2 pay on the books, I would think. If you have to tell the company, yes, I'll be at the location for 4 hours. I would think that would get hourly pay. The shopper, right? So $8, not worth it for what he was delivering. The guy didn't give him a tip. And he even said, you hope for tips. I said, does that include tip? And he said, you hope for tips. That was his answer. I'm going to speak about, to combine it, iViewIt and mysurvey.com, which is also known as the Merchandiser app. iViewIt never paid me for that job. It's like an entry-level position. What I got training, I understand. I do understand. Now, they sent me to a vacant Starbucks, iViewIt. But it was another store. That's very confusing. It was so obvious. It was a part of Advanced Auto Parts. This is on the job training, but at my expense. This particular job, at our expense. But for this example, it was my expense. And I would never take the job, guys. Again, I would never take that kind of job again. Why? Because they had 71 questions for $20 on top of pictures. That's not worth my time. I'll never do that again, ever. Now, I did deliver for about maybe 4 hours Sunday. I went out late morning till mid-afternoon, and Merchandiser reached out and asked me would I be interested in taking this job at a local 7-Eleven, which was right where I was, for $18. It's a quick 20-minute audit of taking pictures, but they do that, and they've done that before. So I click on the link, and it opened up the app, and it brought me to the job. I went to go view. I didn't click claim. Underneath, I wanted to view project because I wanted to see how much work was involved for that $18, because they lie. They lie all the time. After what happened with I View It with the 71 questions for $20 on top of pictures, on top of driving there, I wanted to see what the project involved. I understood I was right there on the location. They know they track your location. So they're reaching out. Or maybe they'll run in and do it. But then you need 10 minutes to review the project. And I wanted to see how many pictures did I have to take? And how many questions did I have to answer? And did I have to deal with management? All for that $18. And it would not open the project. So I write back in the text because they got me. I was like, I can't view the project. It won't open. Every time I clicked view project, the box was opening up going claim job, accept project, accept the job. And I kept closing it. I kept canceling. So then they wrote back to me and said, can you take a screenshot? And I didn't, because Sunday it was just steady. I only did Grubhub. I got a couple of things done, and I did Grubhub, and I called it a day. That's how they get you guys. They're tracking your location. They have people sitting behind their desks or their cubicles, whatever, talking to you, reaching out. These companies are paying top dollar for these apps to get the information that they want. These are multi-trillion-dollar companies. They wanted me to take pictures. They go, oh, it's a 20-minute audit. No, it's not. You're a liar. So be careful with those. And the reason why I did want to do the I View It of that audit, that kind of job, is because I wanted to be the one to tell you, beware. I was very interested, willing to do it once. I chose to do it because I wanted to see what they're really doing, and that's what they're doing. They're using people as much as they can. Okay, it's a couple of bucks in your pocket, but that job might take you an hour or more, you know? Unbelievable. I just got accepted to Point Pickup. They have the store shoppers or shopping and delivering. Gig workers who shop and deliver can pick up deliveries. I just got accepted to Point Pickup. I don't know what that means. I guess that's what it's called, Point Pickup. Point Pickup. Do you want to know how to get around the location tracker? Yeah, they can't hurt to know it. I mean, they reached out. I don't have to communicate. After that, I didn't even answer them because that's time out of my life. It's an entry-level position with no pay. You're training yourself. You're on-the-job training, but no pay at my expense, at your expense, not at their expense. I'm never going to take that job again. Those kind of gigs, never again. It's a Walmart delivery service. I'll check it out. How do you get? Where do you go for the Point Pickup? I don't mind picking up and dropping off if the price is right. And do you have to say you're available for 3 hours? Do you have to time in like? Do you take a block? I don't work Grubhub with blocks. They're going obsolete anyway. If you have two phones, you put the address in the second phone and put the phone you're using. Did you see that, guys? If you want to block your location, if you're using two phones while you're working, shut off your location or put on the airplane mode and use the other one. That's very funny. Good. read that in the live chat, guys, from Rideshare Lisa. And she has her own channel, too. That's a good one. Thanks, Rideshare Lisa. That's good to know. So I wanted to speak about that with these gig apps because I do find it interesting that now I know what kind of game they're playing. There's nothing like, on the job training. You really understand what's going on. You really learn, and you do. You really do. I did turn down a couple of $5, like when I got that great offer, $15. On the way there, they added on a $5 offer, and I already know this place. I would have been there way too long waiting for those 2 orders. So I said no, and it wasn't worth it because why is it so low? What does that smell? It smells like gas. Oh, must be the diesel from the cars. I'm really close to the main road. That's diesel. So you got to be careful, guys. Work them to your advantage as long as it works for you. And that's that. I wrote down those notes because I didn't want to just babble. I wanted to share my experience with you. Beware of how these gig app jobs work it. Point pickup just lets you know what's available, and you pick up the orders that way. But now where do I go to sign up for that? Signal. Hashtag signal. When they call you, just say your signal isn't working. Oh, wow. That's a lot of hustling not to know where you are. Oh, I get it. But if you're doing it full time, I guess that will come into play. You're doing it all the time. I'm not doing it all the time anymore. So, point pickup Walmart. I'll check it out. But that guy told me $8, and they delivered 5 bags of food. And if the guy didn't tip him, that's not worth your time. Figure it. By the time you get there, pick up the food, drive it to the location. I know exactly where the locations are. And then all said and done, like get it to the customer, and then click that you're finished with the job for $8. You might as well just do quick deliveries in town. They really lowered the price. Uber jobs that were paying $6 or $7 around town. Now I turned down like 5 offers, $350, including the expected tip. That's really bad. So stay tuned. I will upload videos about all the things I've learned, all the investments I've made, because I really believe in the opportunities. Again, this is for entertainment purposes, but I'm showing what I'm choosing to do to make my financial position a hell of a lot better. God, I was going to stick it out and hope for 16 an hour at my last job and work 6 days a week like a goddamn dog and work myself into an early grave. I'm so happy I had the opportunity to change. Very, very lucky, but I also made my own luck. I did the hard time. I deserve it. And I'm willing to share it with the rest of the gig community that if I didn't start doing the gig app jobs, the app gig jobs, I would not be here right now. It was an opportunity. And I'm very grateful for almost 2 years. I made decent money. I worked my tail off, but I made good money. Not good money anymore. Too much wheeling and dealing for that good money. So now I'm going to order some Chinese and head home. I'm really in the mood for Chinese. I haven't had Chinese in so long. I'm going to do that, and I'm really happy that election day is almost here, that all this oppression and BS, we can go back to more normalcy and just get on with our lives. And I can't wait till it's over. It was a great feeling to vote early. So done with it. And they still haven't sent stimulus checks out to people. They're still far behind. There are people that didn't even receive their first one yet. Very sad. It really is disgusting, but continue oppressing and holding everything down. So I can't wait till November 3rd that everything's just over with. We could go back to it. Oh, I haven't had it in so long. Usually I have shrimp egg foo young. I really love it. But I'm in the mood for like pork egg foo young today. I'm just going to buy, I usually buy a bunch and make a bunch of leftovers, but I'm just going to buy one because you know, I changed my eating habits. I did drop some weight naturally over the course of the year. You make small changes after a year, you're like, wow, I'll drop 10 pounds. I heard they are waiting until after the election. Yeah, they should have just said that in August. They just keep playing their games. They keep saying no. They're just dragging it on. That's all they're doing. Like I haven't even in the past. I could barely make it through half the videos. The channels I usually enjoy watching because they're not saying anything new, and it's because they don't have anything to recap on. Because they might as well just say, you know, we lie to you every day and we just want to kick the can down the road until everyone struggles harder and until after the election, no matter who wins. It's just so ridiculous what they did. People in high power positions, half of the Senate, half of the politicians, they should be all fired after election day. They should be fired. Trump should say, you're fired. Whether I vote for him or not, it was just a joke. He'd say, you're fired. It's crazy how they mess with people. Oh, yeah, they're just annoying. That's why this was an opportunity, and I really want to share it with the gig community. And it's because I'm bullish and I'm taking action because this is not just a reset, it's an amazing opportunity for the average folk to get in, to become millionaires. I see I'm going to be a millionaire now. I do. And I also see becoming a billionaire. But there are a lot of people in this world. The gap's going to be wider between average and the elite, the wealthy, the rich. But that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm willing to share it with you. But I want to make sure everything is protected first. And I really understand. And I'm going to share it with you, the gig community. Because if I didn't start that journey 3 years ago, I wouldn't be here now. So that's that. Okay, guys. Guy's getting his workout in between work. Smart man. You got to stretch out when you at a desk all the time. He's in office clothes and he's walking around because you got to move it around. Such a beautiful day out too, guys. So I'll be in touch. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for any of the thumbs up. I will be sharing that info hopefully by next week. I'm really looking forward to it, but I don't want to push it. I want to protect my assets. And hopefully the electricians finally, it's been a long story. I got a quote and the guy's coming in to fix my home. And tonight I'm going to go meet with him so we can sign the paperwork. And then once I get approval, I'm getting that done too. I'm getting a lot done. I'll see you guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining in. If you got to work, I hope you earn a lot of money, and I'll be sharing all the investment info with you, hopefully by next week. I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye, guys.